Hello. What's up, Colonel? I've made the mistake of starting the stream after I eat chips, so I'm going to probably die. But that's alright. How are you doing? Wow, invisible walls. I want a refund. I also basically didn't sleep, but that's a frequent enough trend that it doesn't seem to actually bother me anymore, which is probably bad. But such is life. You're just waiting to fall asleep. Well, boy howdy do I have a deal for you. It's called This Very Boring Stream. It's going to be exciting. There's a urgent quest that I want to do on this, is why I'm starting with it. So we're gonna do this, do some Command & Conquer, and probably later tonight we'll actually do some Persona 5 again for the first time in like 3 weeks. I forgot what I was doing in that. To be perfectly honest with you. But that'll be like 6 hours from now. Hooray. There also appears to be nobody in this block. Probably because it's 1 PM Eastern on a weekday. I wonder actually. How busy are the blocks? Not particularly. Why the fuck? Oh, that's block 69, isn't it? Yep. Every time. You ready for the new Paper Mario? I don't know much about it. Besides like a single GIF of the video that they showed with like the combat. Apparently it's like one of the Paper Marios that I didn't play rather than the older ones that I did play, but we'll see. Also, hello Terex. How are you? I've also been sneezing a lot lately, so I think I'm dying, because that's what that means. Sleepy and bored trying to find a game to play. There's a bunch of new demos on Steam. It's coming out on your birthday. There you go. Oh right, I turned off the screens. Turn that on in-game? Is that a launcher option? It doesn't change unless I reboot, I guess. Oh well. That, I forgot the name of it, but the new... The new RTS that's like Company of Heroes, but with mechs. That one looks pretty good. I was never big on Company of Heroes, so I don't know that I'd actually enjoy that one that much, but I might try the demo. It only has skirmish though, and I'm more of a campaign kind of guy. I would recommend playing this, but it's on the Microsoft Store and people hate that, so it's also grindy. Boy howdy is it grindy. Japan intensifies. Oh, you have it. Alright, well, there you go. No, don't download Steam. Thank you. To be honest with you, I actually haven't been playing that much. Been playing Terraria, then I've been playing this. And like sometimes the dailies in FF, but... You're on the same ship as me? I'm on ship 1. I generally recommend ship 2. I like when you have the screens turned off, it still has an image that it displays for the concerts. It just doesn't have the special camera view on it. I've been leveling a summoner lately. I'm at 60. Clap. And then Fighter's the sub, which is gonna cap out soon. And for efficiency, I'm kinda tempted to change the subclass until I hit 75, even though that'll make me garbage, but... We'll see how much of a difference it makes, because I'm running a melee build. I guess I could just swap to a tech build. Level force. Well, force is kind of shit. Yeah. Shit sub. You want to play one of the Command and Conquer? If you haven't played Command and Conquer, I would probably go ahead and recommend, like... Well, here's the thing. I really like Red Alert 2, and I think it's one of the best in the series, but it's old. And sometimes it's a pain in the ass to get it to run on modern systems properly. So I don't know. If you can get it to run, I'd say that. Otherwise, Command & Conquer 3 is actually pretty good, and it just straight up runs on modern systems, so... Hey Zev. If you want to go super old school, remaster. Clap. People are already putting out some pretty cool mods for the remaster on the workshop. Like, it didn't take long for people to start changing AI and stuff like that. Which is kind of what I expected, because they open sourced the whatchamacallit. The DLL, the bin? I don't know which one they open sourced. They open sourced something, so it makes modding really easy. How are you doing, Zev? I wonder if Miggy's streaming today. Yeah. I'm doing reasonably fine. Just those. Okay. Then I have to kill stuff as a like level 1 gunner at some point. Actually, hold on. There's shit in my inventory. An astonishing amount of inventory gets soaked up on Summoner because of all the candy. Which is remarkably annoying, but eh. E. E. Candy's pretty great. Gate. Encore? So in the process of leveling Summoner, I've learned a lot of things about it. I still suck at it, but there's like a trillion pets. These are just the ones I have. I don't have any of the evolved ones, because I don't know how to get the evolved ones. Well, I know how to get one of them, but I don't have it right now. But then every pet has its own sweets box that you stuff candy into, or other sweets like pancakes. And it's like a fucking min-max nonsense is what this is, basically. You can only have so many, like, hold on, I can open it. You can only have so many of a particular sweet. What's the... oh, it's down there. So I have 2 pancakes. It's all I can have, but that also maxes out the element, so that's all you need. But then, like, they all have a certain size, so you have to slot things in efficiently, and it's just... There's min-max that has to happen here. Plus you have to get the fucking candy, which is a struggle, apparently. So on Steam, you have both games for 3 and 4. We don't talk about 4. And both games for Red Alert 3. I like Red Alert 3, to be honest with you. I think it's a good game. It shines in multiplayer. The single player is okay, you just have your AI buddy, but it's much more interesting with a second person. But I think there's some weird online workaround that you have to do now for that, because something got shut down. I don't remember. Start with 4 so anything you play after is better. Command & Conquer 4 is the only game in the series that I personally do not own. I've played it, but I never bought it for myself. Meanwhile, I have every other game in the series on every platform that they've ever been released on, including consoles. That should probably tell you something about 4. I have them on Steam, on Origin, I have Command & Conquer 3 and Kane's Wrath and all that on Xbox 360. I will actually say, so the first Command & Conquer I played was CNC Gold, which is the N64 version of Tiberian Dawn. I don't know why it was called Gold, but whatever. And that probably has some rose-tinted glasses bias on the controls, but given the N64 controller, I think they did pretty good. I remember it playing pretty well. And then Command & Conquer 3 on the 360 actually has a really, really good control scheme for an RTS. To be honest with you, I'm not a hardcore RTS player, so bear that in mind, but like casual RTS play, I think I'd actually prefer the Xbox controls over the keyboard and mouse. I'm an old man now. How's it going? But if you're properly doing hotkeys and stuff, which I never do, then obviously keyboard is just going to be faster. And I don't remember liking the StarCraft controls on console. StarCraft is too fast of a game, I think. It also probably doesn't help that my wrist appears to be getting worse over time, which makes sense because I'm getting older, but like I've always had a pretty bad right wrist, and that's the hand that I use the mouse with, so things that are too intense on the old mouse movement, because I use my wrist too much to move the mouse when I'm playing things that aren't shooters. But it makes it pretty bad. Oh, a joystick's definitely worse than a mouse, but it gets the job done. If you're not, like I did the whole campaign on, I think it was just hard. I don't know if there's something above hard, but I did the whole campaign on hard on 360, so it's not like it's not possible. If old man me can do it, and I'm sure someone better than me can do it pretty well. But then you put them on, put someone good on a keyboard, they're gonna be much better, just because you can flick stuff around really fast. The biggest thing with, always with mouse versus joystick stuff, mouse versus controller, is the precision. And like 99% of the time in an RTS, you really don't need the precision, so you can just, if your building is ready, you can just flick the stick in the general direction and put it down. I think the only real problem I had, or remember having, was trying to target like infantry that are running around. But then this is also why I don't play shooters on console. I barely play anything on console, but it's mostly RPGs. Alright, well we got 17 minutes before the urgent quest, so let's do our recommended. This urgent quest should be Magatsu. Although I'm in the level range of super hard, which always goes kind of shit, so we'll see. Try to get everyone happy faces eventually. Oh, you know what I should do before I forget? Not buy those. There we go. Speaking of RTSs, speaking of urgent quests, emergency quest, whatever. P4G on PC. I wonder how long it'll take them to put P5 on PC, if they ever actually do. The only reason for stuff like that The only reason I generally care if it gets a PC release is if it's hard to otherwise play it, which P4G exists on the Vita, so it may as well not exist. Or if you can mod it. And I'm pretty sure Atlas has locked that shit down, so I don't think there's gonna be very many mods. There could be, I don't know. I'm not a modder. I don't know how hard it is to do things when stuff isn't open, so. I'll probably play it eventually. But it's also gonna take me like, at the rate I'm going, it's gonna take me another like 12 months to finish P5. Judgment. I was watching a tiny bit of P4G the other day, and I'm not a graphics dude, but man, the Vita graphics in that game really could have used some work on the character design. It probably didn't look as weird on the actual Vita. Why are you fucking here? God damn it. Can't mind because this fucking asshole. Like the Vita's resolution was way lower than it is on the PC, obviously. So it probably didn't look quite as strange. Special weapons. I should pick those up, but... There's no time limit for explorations, by the way. I just have to make sure I finish before the quest pops up. But I also want to do my gathering, even though at the moment I'm pretty sure I don't need any resources from this area. I will at some point make the stuff that needs it, so... Cranes are still worth building. I always build a crane. At least one crane, sometimes more. You can't build everything with a crane, unfortunately, but it still frees up your construction yard to build things. I like the music in this game. This is probably my favorite part about Summoner. Just for stuff like this, like dailies that I don't really pay attention to anyway. Is the fact that I can literally not pay attention to them. The pet will just kill everything. Eventually on its own. I have to tell it to attack, but like once I do that it usually auto targets. It's handy. Plus Summoner's broken. I believe Summoner is currently the only class capable of hitting the damage cap. Which is 1,000,000 damage, by the way. Crane's probably got changed when Kane's Wrath came out. Hello, where is my spawn over here? There's really nothing here? Or did it count as already spawning two things because of this idiot? Who knows? I walk all the way over here and you fuckers despawn. We'll just move on. We do have a whole other second area to run through, so. Can't be taking forever out here. Ow. I will say my summoner, I know this is just how they work, and my summoner isn't done gearing by any stretch. Plus the whole, ow. Just got bitch slapped. Plus the whole, don't have the suites set up for the pets and all that jazz. But like, it already does as much damage, possibly more damage. Actually, very likely more damage than my maxed out Ranger does. Ranger's job isn't necessarily pure damage, but still. That's crazy. If Summoner is best, what is the best sub? For Summoner, currently the best sub is Fighter, which is what I'm running. But that'll change in a update way in the future. But generally for most classes, besides Force, the best sub is Hunter just because it provides damage and it makes you less likely to fucking die, which is always good. Also, I don't think Summoner has the highest DPS, it just has the highest burst. Actually, don't know what has the highest DPS. Probably, like, I don't know. A good fighter, maybe? I don't know. The reason Summoner can hit damage cap is because of one of its pets. I think it's Arrow. I don't remember which, I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't remember which pet it is, but there's a pet that has a ability that has a 5-second charge time, and when you charge it for 5 seconds, it has a really fucking high potency. Like crazy high potency, but 5 seconds to charge something is a long time in this game. And it also has multiple stacking damage buffs. So you spend like 30 seconds, not quite, like maybe like 15-20 seconds getting all your buffs set up and ready. And then you charge it, and then you kill things. It's more of like a can't currently hit the boss, have downtime kind of thing. It's one of the evolved pets, and I don't have any evolved pets yet. So when I get those, I'll be even stronger. Plus, if I ever actually get a weapon that isn't the starting weapon that you start the fucking game with. Gotta evolve. I think I get the egg, the evolved egg from a quest with my class trainer. But look at the damage output from this thing. It's real high.
completed.
Puts the old ranger to shame. Oh, actually, you know what? Hold on. I think it's from the collection things that I'm doing, not the class trainer. It might be both. Hold on. Where's my... There's a fucking button for it somewhere, but we'll just walk over here. Konnichiwa. Yeah, that's the evolved eggs. Now I made the mistake of making my Wanda, which is the unevolved Jinga. This is like fucking Pokemon, but I made my Wanda 10-star. So I don't know if I can just straight up evolve it off of this. I don't know. We'll see though, whenever I finish that. Just needs me to spam out expeditions for a bit. Emergency. This is such a small thing, but I always liked that. How all the screens change, well not all of them, but like most of the screens change and the windows all do that. I always thought that was cool. And the music changes if it's one of the big urgent quests. It becomes ominous. State of raid. Look. Excuse me. Their English could use some work. Don't bully them. Need to start learning this, because this is the big damage buffer. Also need to finish learning Summoner's Mark though, but that's less important, because the duration is already the same as the cooldown, so I just forget to put it up a lot. I think I need Enhanced Mark too. Unsure. I'm not going to be using this for a while anyway, so don't need to worry too much about it. Let's get Enhanced Mark. Pretty sure I need that. Wait, yeah. But the reason we go fighter and then change it later is because so pets by default, which I forgot to change its damage type when we did that mission, my bad. Pets by default do tech damage. This, you might notice I have melee power. I forgot to switch the damage type on my pet, so I did less damage than I should have. But anyway. Pets by default do tech power for damage. But there's no decent tech subclass that helps pet damage, because Force and Tector, the two tech jobs that exist in the game right now, both affects elemental damage, and pets are not elemental damage. So none of the skill tree on either one of those actually benefits Summoner. Whereas Fighter gets a whole whack ton of just raw damage and melee power that you can slap on it for his subclass. So Summoner has to do the skill on my fourth button changes pet to melee damage. What do you mean? Can't join. Let's see if I can get in this one. And then I think it's unfortunately like episode 6 or something, so it's going to be ages before that changes, but eventually we get a class called Phantom, and it becomes the generic tech damage subclass for summoner. I'm so glad I can do the inventory with the keyboard. I don't know why I like doing that so much. These are actual people, yeah. You don't do urgent quests with AI. GDI or nod first. I'm always a big fan of GDI. Kakui. Hey look, it's Sonic and his small buddy, Sonic, but flying. Or AI getting ignored. The AI isn't good. Crab big titty. Also, this is a glitch that happens a lot in this fight, don't worry about that. It's just a camera glitch, it doesn't do anything. Anyway, the AI is not very good, it's just that they're good enough for doing stuff like your dailies. But in something like this, they would just get destroyed. Actual players get destroyed in something like this too. Including probably me. Not if you carry hard enough. Well, just ignore the part where it did 400 damage to me. Live, pet. Voice clutch heal. It tends to hurt my pet a lot because my pet can't dodge worth a shit. Unless I super micro it. And I can't pay enough attention to micro the pet like that. But like, look at the damage. It's strong. Especially for how long I can spam this move. I can't wait to see the evolved version of this. With like a full sweep box setup and everything. The downside with pets is they're a little bit less efficient against stuff that moves because, you know, moving targets are hard to hit when you're stationary. The basic gist of this fight is that he's a big lad, but he's trying to get... You can see on the map there's little yellow lines. We're basically just trying to kill him before he gets through all the gates. He gets progressively more pissy about it. It's lagging, yeah. How much do pets differ from each other? They all have, oh, Jesus. They all have unique skill sets. Like, the stuff in the center of my screen, that's, I need you to fucking target the right thing. This is where playing on controller would probably be better. Whatever. Just hit something for a second while I sort this out. But the pets each have their own unique skill set. The stuff in the center, down there, is my pet skills that I'm using. So they each have their own sweets box, so you have to have a special sweets box for every pet, because they have different layouts. They have their own skills, their own stats. The stats don't really matter that much, but they're there. Trying to move my pet around so he doesn't get chonked. That man is dead. Oof. Some of the pets are just bad. Like, there's just better versions of that pet, because they have a similar enough skill set. But for the most part, they all have their uses. Some of them are good for bosses, some of them are good for trash. The one I'm using is just a general purpose pet. Alright, that was fucking rude. Can you not? Shit was like heat seeking. Summoners basically, by the end of the game, summoners will be switching their pets a lot more than anyone else will switch their weapon. Which is what the pet is, it's a fucking weapon, so. This should be the phase where he gets like hyper mad. That was a dangerous jump. I've done this fight a lot. That attack, however, I'm still really bad at dodging because it's too fast. Do your ascension into Pissed Off Hood. I know you do it here. I don't know what my pet's doing, thank you. Also, this is on super hard, so the health on the boss is scaled incorrectly. They haven't patched that yet. So it tends to take much longer than it has any right to. But you know. There's not a health bar for bosses, no. It would be awfully handy if there was, but no. You can generally, although not always, you can generally make an estimate for how close something is to death just by how many parts of it you've broken. Someone's getting the other one already, yeah. Kind of like Monster Hunter. I mean, Monster Hunter was based on this, so you hear me say that a lot, but not this particular game, this series. Some things like this in particular, you're supposed to break the parts to even have a chance of fighting it, so most of its health bar is after you break stuff. For instance, this is the furthest I've ever seen this boss make it. on super hard. Normally we kill it right before it gets to this phase where it's breaking the door. Which means our DPS is low. But again, it's also bugged, so... you know, cut the group some slack. Man, he doesn't do anything when he's attacking the door. He's killing it though. My door. I also just realized we haven't even hit 1,000 points yet. Oh hey, he's doing this phase. Well, what a shit spot for you to be doing that. Am I safe here? No? Am I safe from the big hit here? I don't know, I'm just gonna keep spamming dodge and hope it works out. Alright, I'm alive. My pet's fucking dead. I've never actually been over here. The boss has never lived long enough for me to know what's over here. Ah, fuck. I thought I had time to dodge it. Death occurred. Really? You can't jump up that? A tall ass building. Alright, dude. No, I need to yeet you. Yeet. That was my other pet. Its existence is simply for yeeting. What are you doing? Stop that. This is why I normally don't do super hard, by the way, because it just takes so long. Like, I'll hop into very hard after this. I framed, get fucked. Nice health, dude. Holy shit, you get a lot of lasers as you move down. I can't imagine how many lasers are at the end of this fight if there's like 6 on the second gate. Kinda wanna see the end of it, to be honest, but anyway. Gotta hoover up all of this shit. Deal with inventory later. Alright, I'm gonna leave this party and then hop into a very hard, just as an example. It's more EXP efficient to do very hard, unless you can kill super hard in like a reasonable time span. Hello, Hime. Very hard, except quest, doesn't matter. And Forlornus, hello! Thank you, thank you. I feel like death, but apart from that, I'm okay. Questo counter. To explain the bug, we don't have episode 4 yet. We get episode 4 in August. To explain the bug, Super Hard has like double, slightly more than double the health of Extra Hard. Extra Hard being the difficulty above Super Hard. This is why I don't like doing Super Hard. Game's really hard to install. The only time mine's had a problem is when it crashed out. Nice bug again. But there's a lot of people that have issues with the store doing things that it shouldn't do, so the mileage may vary. I need to get my rings set up for this class too. You know what I can't wait for? Speaking of episode 4, this isn't episode 4, but I can't wait for Profound Darkness Urgent to show up. If you can get the game to install without fucking eating itself like a jackass, then I recommend it because it's pretty good. But yeah, you may end up in a situation where it just eats itself and consumes all of the storage space on your hard drive. I think I was attacking a broken part for a while there. These things have so little health. Slightly walks away from AoE. It's weeding out the unworthy. No, it's just a bug with the Microsoft Store. It's existed for a while, unfortunately. Did you like that pet control, by the way? Hoggies. I actually impressed myself with that pet control, I'll be honest with you. If you have an Xbox, you can also just play it on Xbox and it just works out of the box. It's got that going for it. They announced in like their August trailer, their episode 4 trailer, they said other PC platforms soon, so it's probably going to come to Steam at some point soon. Possibly with the episode 4 patch. What the fuck am I hitting for that little... Oh, okay. I like this dude on the gun that's shooting the back of him for fuck all damage. And he's dead already. You see the health difference, and this is with lower level people too. It's a pretty substantial difference. Most of this is going to be trash, but I'm going to pick it up anyway, because there might be the occasional thing in here that's worthy of keeping. Alright, now we're going to go back to super hard. Oh, jeez. Hello. Is the looting a free-for-all? No, the loot that drops is per player. All that shit that was on the ground was mine. Everyone else had their own pile of trash on the ground. Just gonna clean out my inventory. I can just generic dump things. I know I just took all my healing items out, don't worry about it. There's no rolling for loot or anything like that, it's like Diablo or something where the loot is per player when it drops. Which is simultaneously good and awful when you're farming ultimates. Because why is it doing it so consistently? The 13-star weapons and the Circa Ray gear, for that matter, units, have like such fucking god-awful drop rates. That if I had to roll against people for those, it would make the experience so much worse than it already is. I hate farming that shit. I've only done it like twice. And I still want nothing to do with it. Even with the most rare drop boost that you can have, which is, I don't know, collectively something like 600% or something. It's a lot of rare drop boost. You still, if you're lucky, you'll get an average of like a 1 a run. So if I had to loot against people and missed the fucking roll, that would be terrible. Predicting his legs moving way faster than they actually are. Also, I'm gonna do super hard on the second phase, even though that's literally a waste of time. Just because it makes it more intense when it's on super hard. Really, you fucking cunts? Someone's been attacking things other than the legs this whole time. Explains why the legs took so long. Excuse me? Why did you do that, sir? I'll take the damage uptime, but what? Yeah, imagine being this like all-powerful god that's here to literally destroy the entire planet, and you're just being pecked at by ants for like 30 minutes. Probably gotta feel bad. Do those heads go through these walls, I wonder? I just stand behind the walls the whole fight. Well, not when this thing breaks and I have to change targets, but... I have to scratch my ear, hold on. Don't murder me. Thanks, lad. I also can't wait for the higher difficulties to come out. The one above extra hard. I think there may be one or I think 2 above extra hard. And extra hard and every difficulty above it has different boss AI. Very slightly different for extra hard, but it is still different, which is nice. Also, these targeting things for this gun are terrible. If you aim at where it says to aim, you'll never actually hit it. It's very annoying. I don't know who designed these, but... was he walking to? He's walking, I've forgotten the story, but he's walking to like a fucking... What my camera's doing when I lock on, so... Lights, the video game. But he's walking to like a holy site of some description or another. I don't want to be on this side. I keep forgetting my weapon's out when I jump right there. Ow. I like being on this side because this side has the safety boxes of safety. Can you not do that? Need to break more faces because we still don't have 1,000. I could fucking target the face. If you're playing on controller, you can change what you're locked onto. There's probably a way to do it on a PC keyboard. I just don't know. So I have to try and get the game to target what I want to target before I hit lock on. Oh yeah, those boxes of safety box, them sturdy boys. Having a ranged pet, actually. I'm thinking about this. Having a ranged pet built up for fights like this might actually be a good idea. That way I don't have to worry about stuff missing like that. Alright, come here, pet. We're done. This is dodge phase, the phase, and then hide behind a box and hope I don't die. Okay. I can iframe that. I have the easiest iframe in the game, but I like doing it proper so that I don't get used to trying to iframe every class. Although having said that, on melee I'm gonna have to iframe it because I'm not gonna want to stop hitting the boss, and you kind of have to be on top of him, so... I want to use a gun. Oh, someone's already in it. Where even is my pet? Oh, he's down there. What the fuck are you doing? Don't ask. I don't know why he spawns giant faces as a weapon. Oh, see, this group killed him in a reasonable time. Use the provided telepipe to return. Zoom. Alright. I'll just take all this shit, put it in that storage. It really doesn't matter which storage I put it in. Just want it out of my inventory. Let's see if we can get an actual party for the next step here. No, you, sure. You get a try boost for being in a party. 10% try boost for every person in the party. So it maxes at 40, obviously. And try boost boosts everything, hence the name try boost. I don't know if this drink does anything for this mission. But I'm gonna do it anyway. This is phase 2 of fighting the large man. Phase 2 is anime the phase. TM. Truck-kun. Oh shit, we got Truck-kun in our party. Almost everyone in this group isn't in a party, which is weird. So in this phase, we have a pretty short time limit where we have to kill as many of them as possible. There's 3 that spawn. We have to kill as many of the tall boys as possible within a pretty short time. Who the fuck canceled the thing? And they have special traits. It's always the same order. It's the first one is weak to ranged attacks, the second one is weak to melee attacks, and then the third one is Jesus. Bringer of Destruction. Save beam for third boss. Absolutely do not save beam for third boss. Shoot that shit immediately. Jesus, you'll see. As long as we kill the first 2, you'll see. Hopefully we get to the actual good phase of the third one, but... Also, you should open this fight with shooting the laser every single time, because the first dude is weak to the laser. I told you this shit was anime. Yeah, the enemy is literally known for destroying entire planets. Let's send like 12 dudes at it. That's fine. You should just stop doing that. Yeah, we gunned them now. I may have made a mistake. No, we're good. Everyone else, however, forgot how to dodge that attack that's in the first phase that it tells you kills you if it hits you. If you have a good group, you can definitely easily do this on, well, not easily, you can do this on super hard with a good group. But considering we only shot 2 lasers on this dude, it's probably not gonna happen. We should at least kill 2 though, we'll see. Anyway, the first 2 follow the same rules as the original. Let's avoid some warranties. They have breakable parts and like a certain amount of health. The third one has a barrier. So you have to break the parts before you can deal any damage to them. See how many people died of this again. People actually just tanked it, but at least they lived. Alright, first one down. Accidentally started auto running, that's fine. Let's heal up some people. There's just a little party of mechs. Yeah, this is the one that's weak to melee, which is the usually more annoying one. You know what I haven't been using is my weak bullet. I don't think anyone else has either, so... Mechs do a lot of damage. They are big, large Gundam boys. Where are you? They also have a lot of health. Thankfully, because we end up tanking hits in this bullshit. Someone better cast a heal over here, I'm gonna be sad. Someone used it, I just missed it. I maintain my sadness, but it's not their fault. Don't have cut-ins for your auto chats, by the way, like this dude's doing. You take up a whole lot of screen space for your RP. It's so fucking hard to dodge this on the second one, because everyone is on top of each other. The RP fart is the anime aspect. Listen, if it didn't take up screen, like you can have your RP shit, just don't take up screen space, you know? It's already hard enough to see in this damn game. I hate when that happens, always did, okay. Alright, we're on to the third one, we got 2.5 minutes. It's possible we'll see the second phase of the third one. So this is Jesus. Oh, there he is. It boosts confidence and spam. True. Yeah. When we break his 2 knees, his shoulder, and I think his head, it opens him up to regular damage, but it also makes him pissed off. So it's really, really hard to actually kill his second phase in randoms. Oh, you fucking cunt. Just because he usually kills everyone multiple times over, which reduces your damage output pretty badly. I think that dodge has an iframe, but I could be mistaken. I just want to see the second phase, but... Ow, fuck. Oh, we're almost there. We're close, chat. That shot the wrong side. Hopefully someone replaces that. Only got 30 seconds left. We're definitely not killing it. Oh shit, second phase. 15 seconds of it. Let's go, lads. I don't even know if he's gonna start attacking. Nah, he's gonna leave before he does most of it, but... Basically his second phase is he spams lasers, he does the arena-wide that kills everyone, he spams arena-wide big-ass swords that kill everyone, and then he does the lasers again. You guys are trash, lol. That's my favorite part. Is people in a group being like, wow, this group is bad. You were here too, jackass. It's also super hard. If you kill super hard, I'm fucking impressed. It happens a lot, though, because that difficulty tends to time out more than the others. You see a lot of people that are like, this group is garbage, etc., etc. Now I get to do inventory for the next like 15 minutes, so I don't forget to later. Wait, what? Oh. I was like, where's all my shit? I was in a category. Oh, all these dios and shit I gotta go through. My poor inventory. I don't care what element this is because I'm just gonna chuck it anyway. Anything that's 9 or 8 or 9 star is basically worthless to me. Actually, it is worthless to me, so. I could have said something, and realistically I probably should have said something about using lasers on first. When that guy said use or save lasers for third. That was the guy. By the way, the dude that said save lasers for third was the first person that said this group sucks. Just want to point that out. With the incorrect information. But anyway, you shoot laser immediately into first, and it should die before the laser cooldown comes up. And then you shoot it again immediately into the third one. To break the parts faster. And then, really, once you get into the final phase of the third one, it's just how many people can dodge attacks. Because he doesn't have much health at that point, it's just a matter of living. What even is this anime mech game? It's PSO2. Phantasy Star Online. Dio, we're gonna pick up you all the way down to you. Right, I forgot I didn't get shit out of my inventory first, hold on. None of that has anything of value, don't worry about it. It's a really, really old MMORPG that just recently came to the West, so I've been playing it. And now I just have to do a rarity sort for the stuff that might not be named Dio. Or does it stop being just all of that? That's fine. Sonic been running around the station? He's right there. If you pick up all the coins, it gives them a Chaos Emerald. May as well show it because it doesn't take that long. How did I get my wings? Right there. From the weapons badge vendor. Which is also probably where I'm gonna get my next set of armor, because I don't like farming the ultimate missions. I'll just casually get the badges for it over time while I level stuff. This isn't the most efficient path through here, I'm pretty sure. It's just the path I ended up taking. Konnichiwa. These statues for the other characters around, you can actually get those as well. There we go. Chaos Emerald. You don't get anything for it, he just gets a Chaos Emerald. That's the end of it. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Is it gotta go fast, but like not capitalized? Hold on. To look this up. This looks real stupid, don't worry about it. PSO2 official site. News. Capitalized, okay. Wait, was it with an exclamation point? No. That should have given me some items. Which it did. There you go. Free shit clap. Unable to resolve because my fucking inventory. Right. You know what, actually? Hold on. Cancel that. Give me more photon spheres. And then now I can pick my shit up. No, not the Shapu. My poor inventory. Sega Lite. I don't care about that. Strange seeing Sonic in an anime game. Sega made this game. So they're real proud of Sonic in it. It's the only reason it's in it, otherwise they wouldn't do it. What kind of eggs do we have? Sally. You can have that one. Wanda, Sally. Melon. Melon's trash, but I'm just leveling it up because I already have it, so I may as well. The games they made for him kind of show the opposite. Look, Sonic's got a lot of good games. He's also got a lot of bad games, but give him some credit. Turn in all these client orders that have been sitting here for a while. That empty friends list feels bad, man. I still really like Sonic Adventure 2, as many problems as it had. Plus the Chow Garden was really cool. There we go. Now I can get all my rewards from that. Huzzah. Bada bing, bada boom. Still have that, plus the tier missions. That's fine. I got one of these. Well, I'm actually gonna take this. I was debating picking this up or taking the Rising Badge reward. I'm kind of tempted to pick this up. Edgy Lone Wolf. I have a few people added. They're just basically never on. I don't know if any of them really even still play. So here's the deal, chat. Do I take the outfit? This coat and the ponytail and whatever the fuck the headgear is? Or do I take the Rising Weapons Badge 2x5 for the gear? It'll still take me forever to get the gear, so. Style equals skill? Hmm. Yeah, we could always farm badges. We can't farm that. Oh wait, that gives it too. Never mind. Well, this is... Why would you not take it? We get the badges anyway. It's my... Stoof. Oh, that's an outfit that I guess have to be in my inventory? I don't know. Hold on. Outfit. That one. My boobs are way the fuck too big, but I'm not spending money to fix that. How much does it actually cost to change that? Hold on. Oh, well, that's not... It's not really what I was looking for, but... It's a base body type? It's the base body type. Anyway, hold on. Discard that because I changed the thing that I don't want to pay for. And I don't know how to cancel changing the body type. We'll just put our outfit on and move on. By the way, the customization in this is quite extensive. For instance, this little dangly bit hanging down here, that's one of my accessories. If I wanted to, I can, you know, do whatever the fuck I want with it. I can change where it's positioned. I can change the angle of the dangle. I can make it fucking massive if I want to. Look at him, he's huge now. I actually need to change where it is because it doesn't match this outfit. Hold on. See, it's hanging off the side here. Good, like a... You literally can't. I'm gonna attach it like that. Hold on, let's make it look like it's attached there. Something like that. Sure. Can you customize the Gundam? The thing I was flying around in? No. That's a set design. There's a quote Gundam race. They're called caste. And people have done some comical things with those. Let me see if I can quickly... find some pictures of something that people have done. Just as like an example. Oh, hold on, here we go. Can I just drag and drop this onto that? No. Sorry, we'll just do this, hold on. So, people that are cast can do a lot of things involving wings and other machine-looking parts. So, some people have decided that they want to make Gundams with their characters, apparently, so... This is a thing some people do. There's a bunch of these that got posted. They're just like, it's like one every few days, and I don't want to sort through stuff, so... But you can do stuff like that if you really want to customize your Gundam. Also, yes, this thing would absolutely be annoying hitting my legs, but look at it, I can make it fucking like... I can make it 360. Entertain myself with it when I run around, you know? I also have a little thing on my wrist. Can't really see it. Probably not at all on stream, but there's little cloths hanging off there. I have something tied around my wrist. Plus my hat. Which I like that the outfit changed to the color of my hat, despite the outfit having nothing to do with the hat. Actually appreciate that. It's neat. Let me check. Then the urgent quest that I want to do is in 4 hours from now, which is exactly when I'm going to be eating dinner, so I'm going to miss that. It's a new one this week, so I want to do it. Before we end the ESO2 part, because I'm not going to do the grindy stuff on stream right now. Not solo. If I had other people, I'd do it. But let's go to the casino and throw away a bunch of casino coins. And by a bunch, I mean 500. So what's my drink say? It tasted delicious, diamond. Yeah, we'll sit next to this guy for luck. What's his name? Snub Metalhead. Alright. So this game, basically you just spin these, get a bunch of points. Eventually you'll spend the 3 red ones, and you'll have to pick. It's entirely RNG. You'll have to pick from one of 2 to 4 options. And one of the options will cause you to lose, and you lose everything. So you lose the 500 entry, and you lose whatever potential winnings you had gathered up to. So far my luck's been kind of shit, but nothing beats gambling in a game. This is free gambling though. Gambling being RNG. Well, listen, you know what I meant. Like, you pick, but it doesn't actually matter. And there's 30 stages of this. So when you hit the 30th stage, you automatically finish, but you have another choice to make. It's the same as the others. But there's no failure. So it's just a multiplier on your winnings if you get all the way to the end. This has been a pretty shit run so far, so. Optimally, you want as many of those bonuses at the bottom as quickly as possible. And then you want to start stacking up getting the 3 red ones, because if you get the 3 red ones right, it's up to, I think it's 140%, so you get 40% added to whatever you have. So you want these, but you don't want to fail these. Because failing means you lose, obviously, but you want to get the multiplier off of them. Like that. It's 150 apparently. And you want to just stack those up so you have a lot, and then when you get to the 30th stage, if you get to the 30th stage, you have a big base number to multiply your winnings with. I have never reached stage 30 on this, so. I've seen other people winning like 60, 70,000, and I'm like, I wish I could do that. Instead, I just throw my money away. Such is my life, unfortunately. Oh, here we go. This is the one we lose on. Should have dropped out at 1100. Ooh. It's gonna be a first for everything. I mean, eventually I'll get it. Uh-oh. This is technically good, but also bad. Uh-oh. Throw more money at it. I have a limit on casino coins. Alright, chat. I know what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna ask anyway. We've quadrupled my entry fee. Do we bail out, or do we keep going? There's only 10 more stages, but that's 10 more opportunities to fail. Well, 9 more, I guess. You're gonna say keep going, but you know, I'm gonna ask anyway. Check Discord real quick. Is it really gambling if you don't keep going? Well, technically, yes. I gambled and won quadruple. Oh, fucking hell. Now we're gonna lose. Immediately after I ask. Ooh. We're still in it, and we're way the fuck in it now. 3K. I really should just drop out of this. This is where the gambling addiction kicks in. We're so far ahead of the entry fee. All the way or riot. Y'all are gonna cost me 500 coins. Y'all, well, technically it's gonna cost me 3,500 coins. Uh-oh, it's the 50-50. Come on, nope, we lost. GG. Should have backed out at 3K. Should have backed out several times, but here we are. Worth the risk? Was it really? My coins. The last 10 stages have a way higher chance of getting the red ones. In case that wasn't obviously apparent. Yeah, now we're on the losing spiral. Just we keep trying to push to win what we lost, and then we just go into debt forever. There's also regular slots. Blackjack. There's the roulette wheel thingy. I don't know what it's actually called. I don't really gamble. And then there's a pachinko-esque thing called a Meso shooter. That's my favorite, but it's much better multiplayer. Everything but slots is multiplayer. So you can get 4 people doing the shooter pachinko thing, and it's much better than just doing it solo. Oop. Just do it like a 6-hour gambling stream where you guys pick everything. That way I can yell at you when we fail, and you can be like, it's not my money, I'm losing. Twitch gambles. No, there's no coin pusher. That's what those are called. They literally push coins. Very clever naming, I know. But that would require this game have physics, and it doesn't, so. Here's the thing with this game, by the way. The thing that you should do that I'm currently not doing and going to regret it. What you should do is you should... Basically every other time you play this, assuming you failed last time to reach the end, you should just hit preferably 1500 and then bail. But 1000 is fine too. Because if you hit 1000, it paid for the game you just did and the game you just lost. So you're neutral again. Is what you should do. That way you can stay neutral until you eventually, by some sort of God's grace, reach stage 30 on this. The best income is the most consistent income is the regular slots. Because it just takes forever. You literally just sit there and hit the button. Unlike slots in like a regular casino that has to make money. Those slots are actually a net gain to play. So eventually you'll always be positive on the regular slots. Just a matter of how long you want to sit there. Oh lord. Chat. It's at 3600, chat. Do you really want to ask? No, not really. We should probably stop now. But what if we get the blue one? We'll get the bonus for the completion at the bottom. No, we gotta bail at that much. Alright, well, I'll fund my addiction with that money and do that some more later. I like Meso Shooter. I'll show you the other ones. This is regular slots. I don't really need to show you regular slots, but... you guys know how slots work. It has a special mode. It's these lights over here. If you line up 3 of these 5 times, these little golden ones here, it lights that up and you get a burst. And then if you line it up again during that, no, if you line up the 3 randoms, the 3 mystery slot things, let me see if I can show one. It's one of the ones spinning with red. It's not gonna show up, is it? No. Anyway, if you line up 3 of the random ones, you go into like a super mode where it locks the center to random, and then every time you get a random other than that, not a random, wild card, it'll lock that slot too. So if you're really lucky in that mode, you can actually just lock every slot to wild card, which guarantees that you get the jackpot every spin. That's some serious luck, but... it's illegal in Japan? I don't actually know. This has been in Japan forever. This is Blackjack, you know how Blackjack works. It is multiplayer, as you can see by the seats. And then over here is the roulette spinny boy. I can, like, you know, slap some stuff down. We're about to set the chance. You missed the simpler times when it was just 3 pictures? Yeah. That's a little dance they do. But everyone on the block can put stuff down, so if you join the gambling block, I forgot which one it is, there might be a lot of people over here doing this and you can all hang out. There's prizes you can get, etc. And then this is Meso Shooter, which I will briefly show in bronze mode, because I'm gonna drop out before it finishes probably. But this is the pachinko-esque thing, but it's got a shooter bit to it. Also makes your hair do wild things when you're scooting around. Really? You're gonna jump over my shots like that? It's quite rude. And this is 4-player. Which makes it a lot better to have 4 people shooting rather than just 1 person, obviously. But this and the machine that I was doing earlier that we won like 3,600 at or whatever, those are my favorites. This also has that big mode. You can see the PSE thing flashing in the top right. But this game probably does have the best in-game arcade. I'm not shooting him because he gives you stuff if you don't shoot him. No, my ball. Because it's multiplayer, and everything is better with friends. I don't have any though, so it's very depressing. But anyway. We're actually really close to a PSE. I should probably just do it. Since we're here, and then we'll play some Command & Conquer. Although my PSE went down, I'm not entirely sure why. Alright, man. PSE is immensely easier to get in multiplayer. You might notice a trend where everything's easier in multiplayer. What's wrong with my hair? You don't like the physics? Oh, first chance. Will he get it? Oh. It is filled up though, so we'll stay. What physics? That counts as physics, right? Oh shit, it's the king. Oh shit, it's the lad I can't shoot blocking the king. I just ate a bomb. No, I didn't mean to hit you. I just dodged the fuck out of it. Not supposed to dodge the fuck out of it, but I did. Where's my goddamn PSE? Hair is breaking a lot of laws of physics. We're in space, so physics is different, clearly. If I can manage to kill this, and then pick up something that it drops, I'm pretty sure we get hyper PSE mode, which is fucking great. There we go. Let's go. Give me your coins. There you go. And despite all of that, I'm still a rat in a cage, but also I only made 766 coins, and it costs 200 to enter. So while this is fun, it's a lot slower than just playing the slots thing that I was doing earlier. Give me power, please. Thanks. Unless you can chain like a bunch of PSEs together. Then it's pretty good. Oh, it's the rainbow. And that's all the casino things. 'Tis a good way to spend time. Also probably have a bunch of coin pass things. They're in my inventory somewhere. And then you can trade your coins in for stuff over here. Some of this stuff is paid items that you can get for casino coins, which are free, like these. I don't recommend getting these, but you can. But the capsules are good, the grinder's good, the extreme pass is good. This is expensive, but it's good if you need it. And then it's got the normal prizes, which is glamour stuff. And grinders, apparently. A weirdly well-developed part of the game. They made it so that you had something to do between missions. So I guess they thought, you know, maybe we should probably put some work into this. Look at Wanda go. There's also a hidden graffiti somewhere in the zone that you can find. It's a different place every time, but that's why this balloon exists, in case you're curious, so you can get up to places to find their graffiti. I don't know where it is. That's alright though. The concert system is also strangely well developed. NA doesn't have any of the like super high budget concerts that JP did over the years because we just started, obviously. I don't know if we'll ever get them because they were like celebrating actual artists. Like there was someone died, I can't remember who it was, but there was someone an artist or a singer or whatever that died. And then PSO2 had like a week-long concert for that person. And it was like really high budget looking and everything. It was cool. But yeah, between missions, this is basically really all there is to do. Other than just hang out and chat. AFK cooking back at 9 p.m. (9 p.m. what? Oh, hold on. I wanna do one more thing. Show off. Here's my alliance, by the way. I don't have anyone on my friends list, but we got a high-ranking alliance out here. Got that going. Show off the personal quarters. I haven't done a whole lot with my personal quarters, but you get a bunch of furniture that you can slap down willy-nilly. You know, customize it. I got music. Here's my sweet TV. Here's my candy room. I could sleep on my candy bed. Seductively. Do we have an alliance motto? I'm tired. That's my motto for everything. You could put stuff out here to change where your house is and all that jazz. But there's also the Alliance quarters, which are a fair bit fancier. You can move where this is too. There's a bunch of different options. So here's our Alliance quarters. Spider-Man hanging out. This is our new... This is our new art. That's our logo. But this is our new art. Etchy is bad, because people post a lot of porn in the symbol art system. You're not supposed to. But people post a lot of porn in this system, which is why I have this. We also have a tree that I forget exists every time I play the game that you can level up that gives bonuses. But yeah, you can move where the ship is. We used to have it landed on a planet next to a beach. So you could go out in the water and stuff. There were dolphins. But we've moved it now to, I think this is the old hub. Like a really old Alliance hub, but it's in the city. So instead of being on the ship, I'm pretty sure the original Alliance hub was this city area. Had all there's nothing here now, but it had all this stuff here that you could talk to and whatnot. And I guess this was supposed to be like the Alliance officer area or something, I don't know. It's not a pixel art system, it's called symbol art, but these are mine. These are the ones that I have saved. There's not going to be anything lewd here. Now if I were to click on this, there would be actual porn. So we're not going to do that because that'll get my channel banned. But yeah, I don't have anything not safe for work. And it won't show up because I have symbol art disabled so that random ones don't show up when I'm walking around. So it won't show up when I post it. But anyway. This area, plus the original gate lobby area, which I can only show you in story cutscenes because it's still there, but this area just really hammers home how old this game is. Like everything is so like low poly. Even the curved stuff. And then like textures and signs are like 12 pixels. I'd like to continue watching your streams. You know. There's been a couple people playing or streaming PSO2 that have been slapped with a ban because they forgot to turn off symbol arts. Buy some glasses. Oh, then there's this little thing, which is just messages from people. The sassy sit. So yeah, there's usually no one in here unless the Advanced Quest, Ultimate Quest, or Urgent Quest groups are starting up. You'll see people scurry in and out of here to get the tree buff when that starts happening. Otherwise, it's usually empty. Because there's no reason to come here. People just hang out in the lobby. Normally, block 4. It is indeed Spider-Man with a body pillow. I wish I could show you guys symbol art when I'm streaming, but I can't. But this is how the symbol art system works. I can at least show you that. All of these things that get made, you can zoom in and really tell, but when it's zoomed out it looks a lot less obvious. But All of these that get made are made with these basic shapes. Like, you can't just draw, there's no pixel art or anything, you get shapes and you make stuff. And that's how it's done. It is extremely tedious. Because even basic stuff like this, like look at how many layers this takes. 70 layers. I'm impressed they get porn out of it too, and it's not just like, it doesn't look bad, it looks like the actual art. Like the shit you see people draw and get paid for, and somehow they make it out of these shapes. I don't understand who has this much spare time, but someone does it. I didn't make any of these, by the way. Before you ask. 224 layers. Why would you want to make it? I have no idea. This is my favorite one. Obviously this is from the JP server. Even this, 225 layers, and it's just this little dude. But yeah. That's symbol art. You make it with symbols. It's very tedious. But it's really cool. I like seeing what other people make. Again, I really wish I could show it to you, but there is porn in that history page, so... Not just nudity either. There's the whole shebang in there. Because I went to a concert on one of the more populated blocks, and that's where most of that gets spammed, either the concert or the gate area. Anyway, I'm gonna stop playing this now. What the fuck was that post? Anyway, we're gonna play Command & Conquer for a bit if you wanna chill and relax with some of that with me. If you don't, thanks for stopping by. Good times. Command & Conquer.